Alright, I'm gonna attempt to play chapter 4 of Emily in Paris while I wait to see what happens with my love Damon in Love is Blind, because that's coming out later today. So I looked up some of these words in French, like how to pronounce them, and like I'm a little like embarrassed. I mean, I should be embarrassed about a lot of things. Probably this should be the least embarrassing thing about me, but that like the thing, enchanté. I looked it up. It says you say it enchant. Enchant. What the fuck is that? Anyway, and I'm like, all right, Gabriel. It's Gabrielle. Gabrielle. Oh, I have to stop. Stop. No, don't look. Don't look. I have to, because I tried to do this, and it glitched. So I might do this in this game. There's this thing that, alright, anyway, you'll freaking see if it happens again. Then I looked up the river. The Seine. Anyway, enchanté, what I've been calling enchanté, is enchant, which, whatever. Alright, anyway. Your handshake, alright, so in the last chapter, Chloe, with the pastry thing, right? Okay. So my hands are shaking. I reread Leah's message. Just spoke with Seraphine. We need to talk. Meet me at Olivier's office. And I'm like, of course, Leah, I'll be right there. Let me hurry over there because, like, well, I won't. I am not interrupting my lunch for this. I'll see you at 3. All right, whatever. I can practically hear her eye roll through the screen and whatever. I'm about to pursue Olivier. Just to, like, piss off Leah. Am I about to get fired from a job I don't even freaking have? I could really use a friend right now. I wonder if anyone's around. So here we can go see Mindy. Like, she basically if you watch the show Emily in Paris, it's about Emily. It's kind of like what we're going through. Like, if we go see her, she basically is like, don't worry, Melissa, and she tells us about her experience with Sylvie, which if you watch the show, whatever. Mindy's my favorite. Like, if we go to the rooftop, she's like, get wine, and we drink, and she's like, let's kill Chloe. And then she's like, throw Chloe under the bus. Whoever you go to is giving you advice, like how to deal with this. Now, usually, this is Alfie. We can go to the Eiffel Tower and see him. If I go see him, I usually just see him if I'm pursuing Charlie. Because if we go see him, he's like, Charlie, do you like Charlie? Charlie's coming back. He wants to see you, Charlie. And then he's like, do you have money saved? You might get fired. What are you gonna do? And he freaks us out. So, and here we have Gabrielle, his restaurant. Now we're gonna go see him because he feeds us, and he's French, and he's gonna give us good advice about how, like the other ones, you know. All right. I mean, Emily gives us good advice, but I'd rather see Gabrielle. Insisted on making you comfort meal. When you told him what happened, you smiled gratefully as he passes you a plate of food, then sits down at the table beside you. Do you really think Leah would fire you over a simple mistake? I don't know. Seraphine was really upset. It's not even my fault. The board will save me. It's not even my fault. Chloe is the one who tricked me. Well, they didn't really trick me. I was stupid enough to let Seraphine grab the pastry. I'm sorry. I know what it is like to work with difficult people. Before Antoni helped me buy the restaurant, I worked for chefs who were less than kind. But I kept looking forward, and look at me now. Les esprits, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, whatever. Is a dream come true. I'm happy everything worked out for you. Keep your chin up. I found my way, and you will too. Thanks, Gabrielle. Your journey is really inspiring. I mean, you knew what you wanted, and you never gave up. I admit, it was not easy. In fact, I did almost give up once, but I stayed the course, and you will too. I sigh, pushing the food around your plate, onto a fork and into my mouth. Cause come on, are you serious? The smell makes your mouth water, but you're too worried to not eat it because we eat when we're stressed out, and when we're happy, we like food. What would you do if you were me? I would own up to my mistakes, and I would find a way to fix them. Leah gave you a chance for a reason. It would be silly for her to end it so soon. I guess you have a point. He places a hand on my shoulder, and he gives it a reassuring squeeze. There will always be bumps in the road, but it does not mean you cannot complete the journey. Thank you, merci. I didn't take you for the kind of guy to make inspirational speeches. There are many things about me that might surprise you. If you watch the show, you know. He's a lot like Alexandre in that sense. So, how was your date with Alexandre? What are you reading my mind, Gabrielle? He clearly feels awkward asking about my love life, and I can't help but laugh. I appreciate you trying to distract me, Gabrielle, but our date was incredible, actually. He insisted on taking me to a shop for new shoes. Apparently mine are impractical. Then we walked along the Seine River, and we talked for the rest of the night. We held hands. It was like so easy to lose track of time while I was with him. It sounds like you had a magical night. We did. It was a bit surprising, honestly, because, like, he's been so hard to read, I gotta break down the walls. I wasn't really sure what to expect. It's not just you. Alexandre can be that way. Difficult to read and a bit standoffish. Listen, I'm not judging. It's been like 3 days. We can get to know each other. Really? That's like reassuring, troubling, and it's reassuring. It makes me feel better that I'm not the only one who's gotten the cold shoulder. Alexandre may be a little guarded, but he's a good man. And take it from me, Frenchmen are not always the best at showing our true feelings. Is he talking about himself? Gabrielle, I'm curious about something. Oui? I can ask him if I think, like, Alexandre likes me. I can be like, how are you and Camille? That's his girlfriend on the show, which we don't see her in the game. If you watch the show, you understand. I could be like, what's with you and Emily? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint. Again, if you watch the show, you understand. But, like, this is about me. So, like, do you think Alexandre likes me? I had such a nice time last night. I know I felt something between us. But I don't want to risk having my heart broken if he doesn't feel the same. He's chopping veggies, and he answers, if he hadn't told me how he feels himself, I would have figured it out by the way he looks at you. What? Come on, don't be a dingbat. Alexandre, he left a flower at our door. Alexandre likes you, of that I have no doubt. Butterflies burst from their cage and flutter around your chest. Really? Come on. Yeah, hello. He just doesn't know how to show you. No, he takes his time. He's taking his time to get to know you. Yet. Just take some time. Knight of Pentacle energy. Suddenly your phone alarm goes off. Oh shoot, sorry, Gabrielle. I have to head back to the office. I almost forgot. Hey, remember what I said. Keep looking forward and own up to your mistakes. Thank you, Gabrielle. You give great advice. You're very inspirational. I've got this. I'll try my best. I'll text you. I got this. I'm sure I'll be back in Leah's good graces in no time. I'm inspired by you. That's the spirit. You wave goodbye as you make your way from the restaurant. Outside the office, you hold your head high, ready for your conversation with Leah. You step into the office expecting to see Leah and Olivier, but Olivier is nowhere to be found. Instead, Leah sits at the desk with her hands folded on top of rich wood. Look at those fancy floors, herringbone. Why is she in Olivier's office with no Olivier? Melissa, have a seat. You breathe deeply as you cross the room to the plush chair opposite Leah. Leah, I can explain. I had no idea I was such an idiot. I'm a dingbat. I should have, Leah holds up her hand, silencing you. As I'm sure you're well aware, today did not go well. Yeah, I get it. You deflate in your seat, nodding numbly. Seraphine is now threatening to pull the shoot altogether. Oh, no. I'm incredibly disappointed, Melissa. I trusted you with this important task, and you failed me. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Gabrielle told me to own up to my mistakes. I'm sorry. I accept responsibility. I should have done my research. I always tell you guys, I don't care who tells you what, where, if it's me, I don't give a shit. Research things for it yourself. And don't just read a headline. Don't just read the first 3 things that come up when you search. Look at who's writing the books that you are reading. I should have done my research. If I had just simply searched a Google search or just looked on her whatever, I would have known she was vegan. The mistake was I would have thrown out the page. I never would have walked in the door with them. The mistake was mine and mine alone. But if this character was really based on me, I would have eaten the whole bag before I got there. You swallow thickly as Leah stands and rounds the desk. She leans back against it and she crosses her arms. I appreciate you admitting to your mistake, Melissa. I value your integrity in my office. You let out the smallest sigh of relief. Of course. She glances at the calendar on her desk, frowning. Now, we are hosting a brunch ahead of our next issue's publication. I'll need you there. Really? I'm not fired? I'm not fired from the job I never got hired for? Your task will be to check in our guests. Check in? Haha, that's an intern's job, bitch. I was thinking it in the brain, but I'm not gonna say it. I'd be happy to, whatever you need, Leah. Just instead of calling me Melissa, call me Jeannie. Your wish is my command. Very good. I understand that this may feel like a menial task to you, but the incident with Seraphine clearly shows you need to familiarize yourself with our clientele. Leah taps her nails on the desktop. See this not as punishment, but an opportunity to learn. I hired you for a reason, Melissa. Don't let me down. I won't. Leah smacks a stack of papers on Olivier's desk and waves her hand dismissively. Peasant, be gone. Now, go. I have work to do. Right. Thank you, Leah. I will not let you down. You can feel her eyes on you as you rise from your seat and leave Olivier's office. Back in your apartment, you pace in front of a small whiteboard tacked to your bedroom wall. You tap a dry eraser marker against your lips. How can I win back Seraphine's favor? You're deep in thought when your phone buzzes with a new text message. I heard you had a bad day at work. Would you like to meet for a drink? I would love to meet for a drink. That's strange. I wonder why he wants to meet now. What do you mean? I would love to see him. You consider his offer for a moment before replying. I want to see him. Maybe he can help me come up with a plan to win over Seraphine. Sure. I heard you had a bad day at work. Would you? Yeah, I already read that, sorry. That sounds great. Wonderful. A driver will be there to pick you up shortly. I apologize in advance. You might find it a bit over the top. Oh, as long as you're there, I'll dress to impress. I won't flirt. I'm gonna flirt, but I won't go balls deep because we already had... I kind of want to show you the Alexandre story, but this guy's, he's very romantical. Wonderful. See you soon. You set down the phone and I peer into my closet. What should I wear? Now, I'm not going to tell you where you're going, but where we're going, but I know where we're going. So we want to look fabulous. No purse, it's a little distracting. You guys, wait till you see where we're going. You know what? No necklace. Do I want earrings? But you can't see them. Can you see them? Hello? Show... Ugh, no, these are... Alright, never mind. No jewelry. We're so fabulous, we don't even need jewelry. Perfect. Time to see what this evening has in store. We're heading to the opera house. When I first saw this, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to the opera. I was like, oh man, I'm banging him tonight. When you arrive at the address, you find that it's not a bar. I can't pronounce this. I'm not even gonna try anymore because I'm just like... I realize it's Paris' grandest opera house. Whoa. Olivier is waiting for you outside. You raise an eyebrow. Oh, yeah, you raise an eyebrow as you approach him and he responds with a shrug and a smile. This is your idea of meeting for a drink, huh? He extends his hand as you reach him, his eyes twinkling with amusement. Hi, Olivier. I didn't want to spoil the surprise. He gives your outfit an appreciative nod. Look, we're matchies. You'll fit right in at the Grandis Opera in Paris. Come on, let's go inside. With your hand still in his, I can hold on tight. I can loop my arm, or I'm not pulling away. I'll hold on tight. You intertwine your fingers with Olivier's, prompting him to glance down at your hands. He smiles as he meets your gaze. I don't want to get lost in the crowd. A charming smirk breaks across his lips. Then I shall never let go. He says such romantic stuff. He guides you carefully up the steps, his hand warm and reassuring in yours. Our hands fit perfectly together. Like he could be the missing puzzle piece. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I find him absolutely charming. Your eyes widen as you enter the opera house in awe of its extravagance and grandiosity. Wow, it's beautiful. I've never seen anything so stunning. It's one of my favorite places in all of Paris. Champagne? Olivier thanks the man and grabs 2 glasses from the tray. He hands me one. A drink is promised. Your mind is swimming with questions as you take the glass. So, are we going to talk about the elephant in the room? Olivier chuckles as he nods hello to a group of men in fancy suits. Ugh, I can't pronounce this word, and I meant to look it up. I don't want to mispronounce it. That is one of my favorite, I can't say it right. You know, it has a fascinating origin. But I digress. Please, tell me what is on your mind, Melissa. Olivier, why did you hide your job from me? Ask me here tonight. Not tell Leah you knew me. At Seraphine's show with Leah, you didn't tell her that we met before. Olivier chuckles apologetically. I admit I was rather unsure of how to handle that situation, which is a rarity for me, and I didn't want to dampen the happy news I was there to share. I don't think anything could have dampened my spirits that night, but I understand. Satisfied with his answer, you glance around the crowded room. You notice throngs of people milling about in 5 specific areas. Near the staircase, you spot a woman tickling a man's neck with a feather. In a secluded corner, a different man is giving another an intimate massage. Olivier, what kind of event is this? Is this a sex club? We should try that. It looks like something we might enjoy. Sorry. Olivier follows your gaze to the massaging couple and nods. He nods. Yeah, he's like, perhaps we should start there then. Start? What exactly is this event anyway? I thought you took me to the opera to see the opera. This is an event for my magazine. Your magazine, I wasn't aware, now, I've been saying enchante. But I looked it up and it, enchant. What the fuck? Whatever. The magazine, I wasn't aware they had an event tonight. Did Leah purposefully exclude me? And not for enchant. Enchante? Alright, I don't know. However I was saying it. Sorry. Whatever. For charmante. And I'm probably mispronouncing that. That's right, the border receives multiple publications. I played this game more than any other Netflix game, but, I never read it out loud. I read it in my brains, and I didn't think, I really, maybe should look up these words, alright, guys, I don't know, if you speak French, I don't know if you're embarrassed for me or if this is hilarious to you. And if you don't, please don't listen to me. Go look these words up because, I'm not saying them right at all. We are not supposed to pick favorites, but this magazine holds a special place in my heart. It's where I began my journey as a publisher. Tonight, we're promoting our latest release, the sensory issue. I nod, beginning to understand. So, this party is about using your senses. Exactly. He points at a couple feeding each other chocolate against a second floor. I can't say that word. The balcony, whatever the thing, the railing, the fancy railing up there. This issue is all about using your senses to maximize pleasure. Pleasure in life, in relationships, in love. He speaks passionately, his eyes brightening on his final words as he stops to look at you. They say business and pleasure shouldn't mix. And you're Leah's boss, but I disagree. But this is just for fun, but I disagree. I think pleasure is pleasure, and it's not anyone's business with whom I share it. Well said. Take my hand, lead me to the chocolate. He raises his champagne glass to you before taking his final sip. In that case, shall I show you around? He places his hand on your lower back to guide you through the opera house, pointing out each interactive element of the event. Each represents one of the five senses. You can sample chocolate or test perfume scents, among other things. Or you may try everything alone. But we recommend teasing your senses with a partner. Is this your way of asking me to be your partner? Howdy, partner. I am hoping you'll oblige me. In that case, we're gonna try them all. Let's start with taste. Chocolate, here I come. The chocolate truffles, they're calling my name. We should not make them wait any longer. You smile at his joke and let him guide you through the crowd surrounding the taste table. Plates of decadent chocolates decorated, varying from white to dark. White really isn't chocolate, though. Which chocolate would you like to try? I'll have the dark. I'll have that dark chocolate with the surprise filling. He hands you a truffle, the rich smell of cocoa reaching your nose, and grabs one for himself. I'm told each chocolate was made with a secret ingredient. Oh, do you think it's love? That makes everything taste better, right? Indeed, even the most delectable of delicacies are made more enjoyable with love. He turns his attention back to the truffle, considering. Though I am not sure that is what this one contains. Perhaps the secret lies in how you eat the chocolate. That's an interesting theory. Can you feed it to me? I promise I won't bite. Olivier raises an eyebrow, a playful smirk forming on his lips. No? What a pity. You shake your head, grinning as Olivier offers you the truffle. You bite into the chocolate and it melts in your mouth. This is delicious. Any guesses at the secret ingredient? You consider for a moment, savoring the taste, then say, coffee. Ah, you have a bit of chocolate here. He lifts his hand to your cheek and gently wipes the corner of your mouth. Heat spreads across your cheeks as he lingers there. Did you get it all? I did. He pulls away with a smile, popping his truffle in his mouth. Almond. Oliver smiles as he gestures to the space around you. So, what to next? I look around. We're gonna go through them all so you can see them. But like, if you don't have to like be flirty. You can make him laugh, which I might do just to, because I feel like I'm probably gonna pursue Alexandre. But he falls in love with us, and they all love us no matter what. I see people getting massages. Let's go there. As is usually with all these games the case. Olivier laughs and guides you to the interactive section for touch. Our goal here is to test various objects on your person to see what reaction they elicit. As soon as you reach a table of feathers, massage rollers, and soft bristle brushes. I'm gonna pick the feather because I've done like the roller and he can like touch us, but like we won't do that here. You grab a long feather and brush it against your hand. It's so soft. Are you ticklish? You want to find out? He raises his own feather, a mischievous smile spreading across his lips. You wouldn't. I'm going to. I could tickle him first. I could run away. I accept my fate. I'm not going to resist. I accept my fate. I won't resist, Olivier. Admirable. But may I suggest an alternative? We attack at the same time. Oh, I'm so in. Ready? Go. Uncaring of the other guests, you launch yourselves at each other. This isn't going to get us kicked out, right? He owns the place, basically. I'm not sure I care. You tickle each other until you're out of breath and sore from laughter. After you return the feathers, you look around the room curious about the other activities. Where shall we go next? I want to go to sight. I love that we're matchies. I'm curious what your magazine considers a pleasurable sight. We're already in a beautiful city. It is the people who make a city beautiful, no? Olivier leads you to an area where easels and art supplies are set up around a circular stage. At the center, a nude model holds a sensual pose. A naked woman. If I say, do you think she's cold? He like laughs. If I say I'm impressed, whatever. Like there's no whatever. I've changed my mind. No, do you think she's cold? We'll make him laugh. She has to be cold, right? He covers his mouth to stifle a laugh. I admit, this is not the reaction I expected from you. What do you mean? I am pleasantly surprised by everything I learn about you. Shall we? I ain't offended by boobs. Have you watched my live? If you send me $20, I might pop one out. No, I'm just kidding. You might have to pay me to keep them away. You find a couple of empty stools beside a bare canvas and choose your art supplies. I'll pick drawing pencils. Great minds think alike. He holds up a matching set of drawing pencils. Do you mind working on the same canvas? I'm afraid there are no other available. Oh, I don't mind. We're partners. Howdy, can't get over here. You set yourselves in front of the easel and get to work on the canvas. We work in comfortable silence, losing yourself in the rhythms of art. Finally, you sit back to admire your work. Olivier smiles as you both look at the canvas. We created something beautiful together. Your art styles have melded together to create a unique depiction of the model. Would you like to take it home? I can have it prepared and shipped to your apartment. My apartment could use some decoration. I'll take it. I'd love to keep this thing we shared and create it together. I'd love to hang it in my living room. I look at it every day, every morning, and every night, and I'll think of you, Olivier. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. Olivier, he sends a quick message on his phone, and the young man immediately appears because he owns this joint. You rise from the stool, stretching your arms above your head while Olivier speaks to the man. He comes up, boom, done. The canvas will be delivered to your apartment in a few days. Thanks for doing that. It's no problem, Melissa, anything for you. So, feeling up to exploring more of our senses. Yeah, let's go to smell. Let's smell each other's. I'm intrigued by the different colored bottles over there. You point to the displays of multicolored perfume bottles on the far side of the hall. This activity is meant to test different scents on your skin or a partner's. You consider the bottles as you step up to the table. Which fragrance do you want to try? I want to try jasmine. Who doesn't like the smell of flowers? You grab a bottle labeled jasmine and spray it over your wrist. Smells amazing. It's like lying in a bed of flower petals. May I? You may. He takes your hand, lifting your wrist to his face, and inhales deeply. It suits you. It's your turn now. What would you like to try? Why don't you choose for me? Okay, I'll go with the amber. You grab a bottle labeled amber and spray it on his wrist. Great choice. He says that, whatever we choose. He smells his wrist and smiles. It reminds me of expensive leather seats. What does it smell like to you? He offers you his wrist and you wrap your fingers around his forearm, bringing it to your nose. It's so rich and warm. It reminds me of an old library. That's why you must like them books, that bookstore. You should steal some of these. It suits you. He laughs, mischief in his eyes. I'm sure they would let me take one if I asked, but where's the fun in that? You laugh as he pockets one of the bottles. Quick, before we're caught. Shall we move on from here? Yes, we'll go to the last one, which is sound. What sounds do you have in store for us? You point at the sound section of the event where lavish couches sit in a corner of the hall. Oh, none of the sounds are prepared. That's the fun. Tonight, you have the opportunity to create your own ASMR. Really? Do we record ourselves crinkling paper in the microphone? Olivier leads you to an empty love seat. Nothing like that, I'm afraid. This experience is more intimate, personal. You sink into the sofa cushions of the love seat as you observe the other guests in the section. Couples sit closely together, whispering in each other's ears. What are we supposed to say to each other? Anything you want. You turn towards him thinking. I'm going to whisper. I can say his name, which will turn him on. Random French words or a meow. I'm going to say his name. Olivier. Olivier. Men love that. Olivier. He smiles as you whisper his name, then motions for you to turn your head. Oh, he says it back. Melissa. 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 Girls like that too, men. He's gonna, alright. You turn my cloudy days into warm summer skies. Take my breath away when you gaze into my eyes. Every moment spent with you, my heart rings true. Flutter, flutter, that's beautiful. If I say the other things, he like just tells me how lucky that Enchante or Unshunt is to have me. That's beautiful. So now that we've explored all our senses, what's next? Olivier smiles, a gleam in his eye. Follow me. Olivier brings you to an outdoor balcony and into the fresh Parisian night air. The loud noises of conversation fade and are replaced by the melodies of the night. It's gorgeous. Wow, this view is perfect. I thought you might like it. I came here during the intermission of my first ballet. I was in a new crowd, feeling overwhelmed, and the view grounded me. The moon, was that the moon? It's hard to picture you as anything but calm and collected. Tell me more. You weren't born this way, unlike me. Tell me more. I want to know your story. He smiles faintly, a faraway look in his eyes as he leans against the balcony railing. You follow him, resting your arms on the rail. Oh, well, I never noticed that big old full moon. It took time to build this confidence. Unlike many in the crowd down there, I wasn't born into a life of riches. I was born in Venezuela, but my family moved to France when I was very young. Really? I never would have guessed. Why did they move? Come on. You're an expat like me. Who wouldn't want to, you have a better life here. Your accent is so perfect. My parents built a life here and made sure I was raised with both cultures. They always said that education was the most important thing in creating a good life. Knowledge is power. So, as soon as I could speak, mi mama took me to the bookstore. Jacques' bookstore. Oui, after my parents passed, I found myself visiting the bookstore nearly every day. I can feel them with me when I'm there. Oh, Olivier, I'm glad you have the bookstore. Sorry about your parents. It sounds like they really loved you, and they raised a good man. Merci. I loved them too, and miss them every day. Jacques helps me keep their memory alive. We talk about them all the time. He looks down at his hands and his voice drops to a whisper. The thought of him losing the store. I just hope the auction was enough. He looks so sad. I'm gonna reassure him. You shouldn't worry about that. The bookstore will be fine. We'll make sure of it. I have faith, and I believe. You sound so sure. Because I am. A smile breaks through his storms, and you can tell he's grateful for the reassurance. I believe you. As the event draws to a close, he walks me to the front of the opera house. The same car that picked me up is outside waiting. Merci for joining me tonight. You're the best company I've had in a long time. It was a great event. Olivier pauses when you reach the car waiting in the moonlight. I'm not gonna kiss him because if I do, it's like a real like we kiss. And he's in love with us regardless, but I'm gonna hug him. You wrap your arms, because I'm a hugger. I give him a hug and he kisses my cheek. Thank you for the invitation, merci. Merci for accepting. Text me when you're home, so I know you have made it safely. I will. He cares about us. Look at his face, right? He opens the car door and you slip inside. He's a gentleman, he's a poet. It's romantic. Come on. Good night, Olivier. Bonne nuit. I'm not saying that. Good night, Melissa. I have to look that up. Because they say that a lot. I should try to say it right. As you ride back to your apartment, you take in all the sights the city has to offer. Je t'aime, Paris, je t'aime. After a few days of working to prepare for your next Enchante event, it's finally here. Time to get ready for the Enchante's event, whatever. I'm determined to prove to Leah that I belong here. I can never say it. It just doesn't sound right to me now. Enchante. We're going to a brunch. I wanna be cutesies. No purse. It's a little distractees. Alright. I hope it doesn't glitch. If it does, I'm just gonna go through it and it's what it is. I'm going to this brunch feeling I'm determined. I'm ready to show Leah that I deserve this job. As long as check-ins go smoothly, I should be able to win back Leah's favor. The guests haven't begun to arrive yet, and you've taken advantage of the opportunity to snap a photo. We could take this or this of Chloe, but what, fuck Chloe. I'm trying to remember what the unwrapped luxury with Enchante. Who needs a Christmas party? I think that this was the one that got the highest. Yeah, 94%. If it's in the 90s, I think that's the highest. I'm satisfied with the post, but it isn't all I planned. I may be just a glorified ticket taker today, but I'm gonna make the most of it. As the first guest to begin to arrive, you put your plan in the action. Hi, welcome. I'm recording content for Enchant social channel. Do you mind answering a question? Not at all. What's your question? I'm going to ask the guests about, I can ask about fashion, which is like fine. If you ask about brunch, that's boring. We're going for something salacious. What's the wildest thing you've ever worn while being intimate? You ask each guest the same thing as they enter, planning to post a compilation once they've all arrived. One guest in particular is delighted to answer. Sorry. Hi, I'm Vivian. It's nice to meet you. So, Vivian, what's the wildest thing you've ever worn while being intimate? Ooh, what a juicy question. She adopts a playful smile and leans toward the camera, lowering her voice. Let's just say I was wearing a beret, a fabulous wedge, and not much else. She winks. The beret was from Indigo's debut collection, if it helps with the visual. Oh my, what can I say? They're my favorite designer. You stop recording and smile all wide. This is amazing. Thank you. You are a natural. People are gonna love this. Vivian, I don't know if I'll look up her name after because I might be saying that wrong. I apologize. Vivi waves her hands. It comes with the territory. Will you make sure to tag me so I can repost? Of course. What's your username? Rose Girl. Rose, oh my god, you're the Rose Girl. That's me, and you are? I'm Melissa. Vivi's eyes widen with recognition. Of course, you are the one undertaking Leah's challenge. Does everyone in Paris know about that? Someone calls her from the dining area. I should let you get back to work now, but I'd love to continue this conversation later. DM me, we'll get lunch. I'd love that. Talk soon, Melissa. She's like a big deal Betty, this chick. You feel lighter as she enters the event. All right, it might glitch where she doesn't leave. Because, like, other characters come in to speak. If that happens, I just have to go. I think it's glitching, guys. All right, sorry. Because I don't know, it won't, I would, your mood is immediately dashed as you notice Seraphine heading your way. If you apologize, they don't like when you're an ass kiss. And I'm not going to ignore her. I welcome her. You steel your nerves as she approaches the check-in. Welcome to Enchant's issue launch, Seraphine. You look fab. She narrows her eyes, taking in your appearance from head to toe. Yeah, it glitched, guys. Good shoes. Before you can respond, Chloe rushes over. That's... bitch. Oh, Seraphine. How lovely to see you again. Again? Who are you? Come with me. We have special vegan menu just for you. Chloe throws you a freaking smirk, clearly unfazed that Seraphine doesn't remember how you resist the urge to roll your eyes as she harps. I'm vegan too, you know. As the final guest arrive, you recognize the cheerful designer approaching you. Their debut line made waves in the fashion world, but you haven't heard about them since. Indigo. This man is a huge deal, and he becomes if you see him behind her, my God, you'll see him later, okay? At a party, anyway. Well, hello, gorgeous. Don't you look ravishing today? I'm recording content for socials. Do you mind answering a question? Just make sure to get my good side. You don't have a bad side. Are you kidding me, Indigo? They let out a cackling laugh when you ask what the strangest thing they've worn during intimacy is. Wouldn't you believe me if I say cowboy boots and a leather parka? You share in their laughter. I would believe anything at this point. Vivi's answer was one of your berets and not much else. Indigo smiles. That sounds like Viv. You should go join her inside. Thank you for your time. It was an honor to meet you. The party can wait. I'm having fun with you. Ask me another. You laugh, flattered by Indigo's enjoyment. Now if you say working on anything new, he gets upset. Alright? Because he hasn't created in a while. He's like a real artiste. Who are you wearing? Anything for the fans. I think I'm gonna ask who you're wearing. Right, that made him happy. If you ask anything for the fans, it doesn't make him upset, but he doesn't smile like this. Who are you wearing today? Is the design yours? Of course. They spin slowly for the camera, flaring their cape. Do you like it? No, I love it. Très chic, Indigo. She speaks French too. Yeah, and you're a comedian. Only a wee bit. You put your phone away as Indigo smiles, waving the hand at you. I know how to say je t'aime. Fabulous. Now tell me, what is a lovely thing like yourself doing out here taking tickets? Oh no, I've never lied to him and I've never avoided the question. I've always told them the truth. I messed up on an assignment, so I've been regulated, a check-in. Indigo gasps through their hand over their mouth. Don't tell me you're the girl who fed Seraphine cheese. You heard about that? Sweetie, everyone heard about that. They lean in, giving you a conspiratorial grin. I wouldn't worry too much, though. Between you and me, I've seen that woman devour a short rib when no one is looking. You laugh, feeling so much lighter than you did at the start of the day. I'm hoping things will improve after today with Seraphine and Leah. Well, I know my day got better after meeting you. Suddenly, Indigo straightens, weaving your shoulder. Ah, Leah! You jump at their screech, whipping your head around to find Leah on the other side of you. She approaches you and Indigo with a concerned frown. Oh, what? It's lovely to see you, Indigo. She gives you a sideways glance. What now? Is there a problem? No, he loves me, just like everyone. Everyone loves me but you, bitch. Oh no, not again. Do you always hire Americans who flirt with married individuals? Your blood runs cold at the accusation. But then Leah and Indigo begin to laugh. Because you should. I'm particularly obsessed with this one. You hesitantly join their laughter, breathing a sigh of relief that they're joking. I see you around, Melissa. This one has nothing short of delightful. She's been delightful, Leah. You're flooded with relief as Indigo and Leah enter the event together, smiles on their faces. Everything's going well so far, and I actually had fun. Leah was right. This was an opportunity, not a punishment. With the last guest checked in, you're preparing to leave when Leah reemerges from the venue. She's wearing a curious expression. Is everything okay, Leah? Everything is fine, but it appears you've made quite the impression on Indigo. What, you're surprised? I told you, everyone loves me but you. So much so that they have requested you to join them at the table. Your lips part in surprise and you're frozen in place, not quite believing what you just heard. I can believe it. Everyone loves me, but oh my god. Take that, Chloe. I'm so except for Chloe. This is such an honor. It truly is. Okay, this person is like a big deal. Leah's voice is stern, but there's a smile on her lips. Well, don't just stand there. Brunch is about to be served. Come along. Snap, snap. Hurry. You follow Leah to the event, and I'm smiling. I got a smile from ear to ear. I'm like the Joker smiling. Paris. Melissa's here to stay. Olivia and I tested all of our senses. It was a lot of fun. Wow, Indigo wants me to join them at their table. This is so exciting. I chose to ask the guests something about spicy salaciousness. What they do and with their spicy time. And that's the end of the chapter. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys in chapter 5.